Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. My name's Elizabeth and I'm so excited to show you this month's new issue of the Crafts Beautiful magazine. It's Stephanie's signature collection, Ring Around the Posy. So in this kit you get 69 pieces, so I'm going to do a quick flick through of what you get in this kit and then we're going to get straight on to crafting. So this is one that I've not popped all the pips out in yet. We've not taken all the decoupage out. So you get these beautiful colours. We've got all the florals, we've got the decoupage, we've got some tags, and as well, a little bit different in this live, I'm going to be showing you how to make a gift tag that matches one of the cards that I've made. Because how nice is it to receive a gift bag, a gift card and a gift tag that all match together when you're giving a gift. So we've got that one, and then I'm just going to show you quickly some of the card blanks that you do get. So we've got beautiful yellow ones, we've got borders, and in one of the cards I've actually fussy cut this so we can use this as a different element. We don't have to use it as a backing paper. We can snip elements out of it and decoupage them up as an additional tool as well. We've got some beautiful colours of blank cards. We've got cards that just need scoring down the centre, fold it in half, and that's done for you as well. Same as this one, we've got two pink shades, borders. Again, we can cut this, we can use this as mats and layers. It doesn't have to be just the card blank. We've got different shades of cards, different mats. We've got the beautiful sort of like sprayed texture looks as well, just to add a little bit more interest into your card. And then we've got this. So this is a double Dutch template. So it's an acetate template and it folds like that and straight down like that. So we've put in the lines for you so it's really easy to describe how to score it. So the card that we're going to be making today is going to be the double Dutch card, and like I said, we're going to be making a tag as well. So let's get into this. So what I'm going to do to make the template, all I've done is I've taken a 240 GSM cardstock, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some tape, so just any sort of masking tape or anything that you use to keep stuff in place temporarily. And I'm just going to line it up to the edges so we're getting a straight edge on the top and on the side, and then tack it into place. Because of the score lines, it just like to lift up and it just makes it a little bit easier because its acetate is slippy on the paper, so it just makes it easier to keep it in place while we're just going to draw around it. And when you're happy that you've got enough tape in place, oops, stuck to my finger. Oh, we've had loads of people just join. So hi, hello everyone, to everyone that's just joined. It's lovely to have you with me today. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit down. Just there. There we go. So the next stage is, with using a pencil, all you're going to do is holding it in place just for a little bit of extra stability, drawing around it. All the way around. Keep going, like so. And then when you've drawn around it, you're just going to take off the tape. I usually save these little bits of tape and stick them on the edge of the table. My table's usually a mess with all that little bits of tape that I save. It's because the tape's reusable. So, and it's sometimes better when you've taken off the tape so it's got a little bit of a lower tack. So there we are. So you're left with this template. Now you can draw it in with a ruler just so you can mark out what bits, but that's just going to be the straight lines. This is just where the tape's been. So you'd cut all this out, and then when it's cut out it'll look something a little like this. So to make sure you get the score lines in the right place, all I do is go over it. These ones will be pretty self-explanatory because it's just a straight line down at the right angle. But then this top one, all I've done is just marked on just on the tiny corner of it here, so you can rub it out because it is pencil, so don't worry if you do go over a little bit. And then I've lined up and scored it, and then using a bone folder, all you do is go over and score it into place. So then that is the card template. Now how quick and easy is that to do with the card template? It measures it out, and when you're a bit more confident you can resize these, make them a little bit bigger. We can make larger cards, maybe change the composition of it a little bit, so you can really go to town with it. But learning the basics of a double Dutch card is really that simple. Okay, let's start matting and layering with some of the beautiful cardstock. So what I've done is, this is one of the preset, this is already cut for you to this size, and it fits perfectly just on the top of your double Dutch card. So I'm going to be making this into a mat and a layer. So I'm just going to take some tape, so you can use I'm using the tape pen today, but you can use either foam tape to add depth and dimension onto there. It doesn't matter about it being too top heavy because it will hold its own against the bottom steps as well. So don't worry about that. So just lining that up and sticking it into place. And then I'm going to put this sentiment on. I've already lined this with foam tape. So just taking off the tape. Like so. And then I'm going to line this into the centre. So this would be nice as well if you could put a little hole in the top, and like I say, you can use this as just as a gift tag, popping it onto your presents, or maybe putting ribbon in it, just sticking it onto your cards as well. And then I'm going to create like a little half wreath and sticking it down just over the top on here like so. Lovely. So that's the first mat done. And then what we need to do is we need to decorate the little mats. So I'm just going to show to you first what I'm actually decorating, just so it's not so confusing. So we need to decorate these little parts here. So all I've done is I'm just going to mat layer some bits, and all this is on foam tape, so it does so we've got a little bit more depth. I've actually inked a few parts of this as well, because the pinky shade looks really nice with like a tea stained look, and have inked all the other cardstock as well, just to add something else to the card. And then pop that on there in the middle, and then I'm using little foam squares. You do get a set of the little foam squares, which are really handy with this smaller decoupage. Just in those hard to reach areas, you can just stick it on and then know it's done. Okay. So I'm wanting this to look like a little archway, so I'm just making sure that I'm flipping the design, so when I stick it down, it needs to be that way. And then using double-sided tape, I'm just going to stick this down. And then we're nearly done. We've nearly made the double Dutch card. I've never actually made a double Dutch card before, so this is my first time, so I'm learning, just like you, if you've not made a double Dutch card before. And I looked at it and I thought, oh, that looks really complicated, but it's not when you actually break it down. So then all we're going to do is stick, oh, the tape's not coming off, stick the mat that we've just made onto the top of here, and then that'll be done. And then just moving these tabs out of the way, sticking it down flat, just because you want to make sure that you get this mat straight. And then lining it up so it's equal on both sides, and pressing it into place when you're happy. And then that's the card. So the card will stand like that. So when it opens, you might want to decorate the inside. So just on this mat layer, all I'm going to do is just stick a little bit of cardstock down, just so it's not so white inside. Pop it into place. And what I said earlier about fussy cutting some of the papers, it might be nice to put some of those inside or decoupage them onto the top of this card. That would look stunning. And there we go. So that's one of the first cards. I'm going to show you some other examples just to spark some inspiration for you, but that's one of the cards using the double Dutch template that we've got for you. And then we've got this one. This is the one I'm going to be showing you how to create a gift tag with. Really beautiful purple rich tones in there. And then we've got this other card that I've made as well, using similar tones and colours to the first card that I've just showed you. But like I said, it's lovely to receive a gift with that it all matches. Let's clear my desk a little bit. Let's do a sweep to the side. Okay, so what we're going to do first is I'm just going to pop this down. So this is just going to be the matte layer for the sentiment of happy birthday. And then pop that down in the centre, stick it into place. And then I like to layer it up just to make sure, just laying it down, getting the composition right, just making sure that everything that needs to be foam taped first and everything that needs to go flat. So all your flat layers need to go down first, and then you build on that 3Dness that goes on the top. So sticking that down into place, and then just taking the backs off the foam tape. I love making like extra tags, especially at Christmas time, making all the tags and everything to match. I go a bit crazy with it all, but it's nice to have it all that works together. And then just to balance it off on the other side, I'm just going to pop a few more flowers. I want these to be flat. Let's see if I can tuck it under. There we go. And then finally add the ribbon, so just half the ribbon. Pop it in and then thread it through. And there we are. So then we've got a matching card and a gift tag. How beautiful does that look? So I'm so excited for you all to craft with this. I'd love to see what you make, so make sure if you manage to get your hands on this kit, you send me lots of pictures of what you've made. I can't wait to see. So this is the Crafts Beautiful Ring Around the Posy kit that you get in this month's issue. So thank you so much for joining me today, and it was